Local Hindus gather outside of the city in the area of the Batu cave shrines. There, they start their astounding ritual as the sun begins to set. Drums begin to monotonously beat. Believers chant and wail. Pilgrims and penitents sink into deep states of trance. Then, with their minds in another world, they can subject themselves to the most unbelievable tortures. Pilgrims and penitents have been prepared for this strange ordeal by a 16-day fast and rigorous spiritual preparation by Hindu priests and their helpers. A strange phenomenon, for no blood flows during this ghostly ceremony where steel needles are driven through cheeks, weighted hooks hung in human skin, and thick steel posts are driven into human bodies which later have to carry whole altars. The Kawadi altars are borne by human flesh. Forehead pins, nails piercing tongues, silver wires through the flesh, and spears jabbed into the body. This is the very least of what thousands of processioners want to put up with. These suffering martyrs dedicate themselves to the god Subramaniam, the god who cures disease, forgives sins, and bestows grace. Mothers who want their prayers to him answered promise the participation of their sons and daughters in this orgy of self-mutilation. Relatives and their house magicians chant for hours on end to keep the pilgrims in a unique state of ecstasy where they feel no pain. Ashes of the dead are used to disinfect the wounds of the penitents. Still others completely smear themselves with a mud cake made from the pulverized remains of the departed. They are convinced that the spirits whose ashes they smear on will give them special protection and powers. Many rational Malaysians who are not Hindu are at a total loss to give any logical explanation for these unusual proceedings. first rays of the sun shine. Several 100,000 people are gathered at the steps leading up to the cave temples. They are there to watch the Kawadi bearers, men who carry these colorful altars from hooks and spears driven into their own flesh as they struggle to climb the 272 steps to the temple. It is unthinkable that these men could perform this almost superhuman feat if they weren't in a state of total ecstatic exaltation and if they were not under some sort of a spiritual influence. This macabre pilgrimage finally ends in the huge main cave where the fires of sinners flicker in front of the sacrificial altar. There, penitents are pulled out of the crowd by their attendants and brought back to reality. The chains, hooks, and other tools of martyrdom are removed. Then, the weakened pilgrims immediately collapse and have to be carried away. It is said that they faint because they are no longer moved by the power of the spirits. The ceremony is over inside of 24 hours. Banal rhythms of daily life soon cover all traces of this phenomenal event. Perhaps its causes and its effects